Today I'm speaking with Andreas Lill, drummer of Vanden Plas. The band put out an album about a month ago called Chronicles of the Immortals, Netherworld 2 on Frontiers Records. So thanks for taking the time to talk with We Love Metal today.
You're welcome. I'm glad to talk to you.
All right. On the album, Chronicles 2 has brought your story that you guys started on Path 1 to a close. So I'm wondering, did you guys accomplish what you set out to do with the two albums together?
This album started as a theater production,
right?
Because we were working on theater, and so it was for us. It was only way to do it and to realize the next recordings, because we were like always running out of time to do the next recordings, and so we thought it's the easiest and best way to just record that music and do it a little bit more in the Vanden Plas style, like we do it on CDs or live concerts, because on theater there's not the space like doing big guitar soli and stuff like that. So we needed to work a little bit on that. But the main theme is like this is a second act of the theater.
Right.
Is that answering your question, or did I do wrong?
Yeah, no, I think so. I certainly understand, and I know that you guys have been involved in the theater production, which is not really a normal thing for a heavy metal band. So
yeah, it came out for us since we started in 1992 playing Jesus Christ Superstar. That was the first thing we did on theater, and from that day on we played all the other stuff you can play on theater, like rock operas like Little Shop of Horrors and also Evita and the Rocky Horror Show, all these stuff. And then we started to do our own musicals, and we are glad that we found out that the theater in Kaiserslautern like it to have a K-Town rock band which is doing own musicals, and that's how we started to do our own stuff. And that's with Christ Zero was it like first that was the CD, and then we brought it on stage, and this time it was opposite. We first did it on stage and then thought about, okay, let's do this for the next CD production, because it's a little different to all the CDs we did in the past. And so we also thought it's necessary to do something totally different now before we go back with the next recording to do a so-called regular Vanden Plas album.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that the theater was how you essentially formed. So that was really the genesis of the band, then, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's theater is. I hope people understand Vanden Plas not as a theater band which goes on the rock stage sometimes. First of all, we are a rock band, and second is that we have jobs on theater, which makes it easier for us to live as a musician. I'm sure you know it's not that easy to make your living from music, and so this is it's easier for us to earn also money by doing theater projects.
Sure. Okay. Now, has the band worked on theater projects other than a long time ago, but more recently, that you haven't been part of the musical writing process for?
Me personally.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
Well, has the band recently, other than the music that you've created, been involved in other outside theater productions?
You mean like Jesus Christ Superstar?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. In the past, the last year, what we did was Aida from Elton John.
Okay.
It's the same story like the classical Aida from the African princess, which become a slave and stuff like that. But the music is new. It's modern music from Elton John. That's the last thing which we did. Mm-hmm. I think it was in 2013 and 2014 we did that. Also parallel to our own musical stuff, and also parallel to going on tour. And that's also fun too, because it's with a real orchestra and a conductor. And for me as a drummer, it's fun to do that too, because it's Elton John. It's not real rock and metal, sure. But it's still good music, and that's what I like to do.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That, the ability to perform is certainly, sometimes it's a not really a right, but a privilege to do that.
Yeah, you are always able to learn new stuff and find out more things about being a musician, and I like to do different stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, as the drummer, as the backbone of the band, how much do the other guys let you contribute to the songwriting process?
Of course, the way we what's the right word? The way we compose is there's sometimes you have space to do special drum stuff, and sometimes you are fixed in that composing theme, and you can't do very different stuff. So you have to follow the theme of the guitar or whatever.
Sure.
But Stefan and Günther, which are our composers, they really know how I'm playing the drums, and they are always looking for special spots where I can maybe do a short solo stuff on the drums or whatever. I think it's cool, because we know us for so many years, and so they know. I think they know what I can bring into the to the song.
Sure, that's always important, because overplaying is to the non-musician certainly sometimes becomes distracting. So
yeah, the new CD it's very theatralic. So
yes,
it's different to the last CDs, because we have a lot of extra instruments like timpani and stuff like that, which is it's a lot of theater instruments on it too, because it sounds more theater if you do it like that. But next CD we already talked about that. It will be reduced to guitar, keyboard, bass, drums, and vocals. Maybe a little extra instruments, but not that big like Netherworld Part 2 or 1 also.
Sure. Andreas, you mentioned that the other guys know you so well. You guys have been together for almost 30 years as a band.
Yeah.
With the turnover in bands that I see constantly, how have you guys been able to do that?
It's not easy sometimes. Yeah, but Stefan and me are brothers anyway, so
right.
we are in each other's life anyway, band or not. We are. And Andy, for me, it's also a kind like of a brother, because we do music since '83 together, and I mean also Thorsten and Günther, they are in the band for more than 25 years, and I think if you want to stay together and be able to go on the road and play shows together, it's very important to take care about these little things on each character, where everybody is a little special in some points, and you have really to take care about, okay, this guy, he doesn't really like that behavior or whatever.
Sure.
And you have to really understand that you can't pick, I don't know if that's the right word, if you're still picking on people, but you know they can't stand it. And you have to really work on that each character is very different, and sometimes it's better to leave somebody alone instead of trying to ask him or to get something from him if you know it's not the right time now.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's much more than instead of being able to make music together. It's much more important to be able to be friends together.
And then the music comes as an addition to that, I guess.
Yeah. Because if you're not some kind of friends together, you never be able to make music together.
Right. Okay. That's a great slogan. You should put that on a bumper sticker or something. Put it on.
I think every musician knows that. I mean, the hardest thing for me, the hardest thing in life was making music with somebody I can't stand. That's oh man, that's so hard. I mean, maybe you have had to do it too, but if you can't stand somebody and you have to go on stage with them and to talk to these guys before and after the show, oh man, it's no fun.
Not fun. Okay. Speaking of things that kind of stand out in your mind, what's been one of your most memorable musical experiences? And hopefully it's not playing with somebody that you hate.
No. No, I think for me and also for some guys in the band, it was a Dream Theater tour we did years ago. I mean, I think it's 15 or 16 years ago now, when we did a European tour with Dream Theater for 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that was really a great time. We did, beside that, we did our own tourings across Europe at that time, because it was better time for tourings in Nightliner and playing each night. Today it's harder, because most bands which are not that big, they start to play just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because it's really hard to play Sunday. Sunday show is still okay, but Monday till Wednesday you can't play, because you are just losing money.
Right.
If you are a big band, a great band, so a very successful band, so you can do these shows too, because everybody will go on holidays just to see your show, even it's a Monday or Tuesday. But at that time we did our own tours, but the tour together with Dream Theater was much bigger, because we did play shows from, I think, 3,000 to 8,000 people each night, and that was for us, it was great to be part of it, because we felt really like rock stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they had everything. We have had a cooking crew on tour. There were 2 cooks, which were all the day they were taking care that was not musical. That was not a question about making music, but it was a question about having good food and a cook.
Sure.
That was great. It was a great time, and every night the shows were full packed, and the people loved to have bands on stage. And also, they didn't hate us. The audience didn't hate us, because that's also great, because sometimes the audience just want to see the top act. They don't want to wait for it, and don't want to see a support act. And sometimes it's not that easy, but they treated us very well.
Oh, that's good. That's great to hear. So, speaking of playing live as well, you guys have played a couple times in the U.S. At Prague Power.
Yeah.
And I've been, but I missed 2011 when you were there. So I wish that hadn't happened, but I can't go to all of them. But any touring hints of Vanden Plas in North America anytime for a real tour?
Yeah, it's we want to, but it's so hard, to. We are glad if we get invited again by the Prague Power, but I think it makes sense if we already flew to the States to make some more shows when we are already there,
right?
Because the flights are so expensive, and but you need to have a promoter which is from the States, who takes care about all the stuff. We can't manage it from here, to find out about who's a good guy to work with. And we need guys who set up some shows there, so it's no problem for us. We don't have a master plan now, but we hope that somebody shows up with a master plan which says, okay guys, I have 5 shows in a row here for you after you played Atlanta, Prague Power, and so we will be there. We'll be doing it.
Okay, well, I'll ask around. I'll see if I can find someone.
Hope so. Yeah. Sometimes you just need somebody who believes in a band, and is doing stuff, maybe not just because of thinking about money, because to be honest, I think that's hard to make really big money with a prog metal band like us. If you are Dream Theater, everything is easy, you just call somebody and Dream Theater, of course, we need you, we want you, we pay you.
Right.
But if you, after Dream Theater, maybe Symphony X, and then it's all the middle, the bands in the middle, like Vanden Plas and all the other bands, I think it's harder.
Sure.
It became harder, yeah. And you just need somebody who believes in the band and says, okay, I do it. And maybe he doesn't have to take care about the money because he's so rich, or he's a cool guy who says, I don't care for money because I don't need some money. Or I'm okay with earning some money, but I don't need to earn money on that band. So I just want that band to play here.
Yep. He just loves the music.
Yeah. You really need music lovers and fans to do that.
Okay. Well, that brings me to my final question then. Our website is called We Love Metal. Why do you love metal?
Me?
Yes, you.
Well, how do you know I love metal?
Well, I don't. Maybe that's part of the
answer.
Question.
Part of the answer. No, I mean, I grew up in the 80s, so I started with Sex Pistols was the first band I really liked that was punk, and then I changed over to Journey, and which is still not metal, and Van Halen, which I really loved at the time with the '84 album, before they split up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's more the music I'm into. I'm more in the Van Halen style. That's where I came from. I also started listening to the Beatles, and Journey is not a metal band, but that's maybe main bands I really loved. I came into the metal scene with not listening metal.
Okay.
More like by playing metal, because we started to make the music which is so-called metal or prog metal, and I really love to play it more than I like to listen to it. I mean, I really adore some metal bands, but I'm not. Maybe I hope I just don't disappoint you. But I'm not a typical metalhead.
Sure.
I also like to listen to some old, easy listening big band, Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack stuff.
Yep.
Do you like it too?
I do. I listen to a lot of stuff, blues and even some modern jazz, and
I found out about a lot of cool blues bands, and in total I like music, not just metal music, but I like to play metal music. That's the main part on where I have, for me personally, stands metal. Because it's fun to play that kind of music.
And challenging, perhaps?
Yeah, it's also challenging on a different way. I mean, to play jazz is also challenging, or to play in orchestra with a conductor is challenging, and metal is it's a very physical style or kind of playing drums. Drums are always physical, but in metal it's maybe this part is a little bit bigger than in jazz or theater, you know.
Sure.
So I'm glad I like to play music more instead. If I'm in front of the stage, I'm always like, oh man, I would like to be on stage and play instead of standing here. Look, I always want to play.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, Andreas, thanks for the time today. And anybody out there listening, be sure to check out Chronicles of the Immortals. Both parts. It's a complete story. And look for something new from the band. When? Next year or the year after?
New recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will. We will start work on it 2016. Now we start for doing some live shows in the spring of 2016.
Okay.
And then we will start on the new composings and do a new CD. Yeah, and hopefully 2016. I hope we play in Atlanta.
All right, bring it on.
Hope to see you there.
Thanks again.